What's going on, everybody? Ben here. Today's been a crazy day because I did this whole video already and I lost all the footage for it. All the footage I lost, so I'm trying to do another video. It was doing brass upgrades, STRC brass upgrades on the Trx-4, and it's kind of one of those things where you can't really reverse. So I'm just gonna walk back through it and show you what I did, and we'll leave it at that. Today's just not been a good day. So I'm just gonna try to retrace a couple steps and try to get this video uploaded for you. I apologize that you know, on the other video I opened all the packs up and all that kind of stuff, so you won't be seeing that, but you'll see the end result. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the Trx-4 ready. I'm in the house here because it's extremely cold outside, so I'm just gonna work here on the table real quick. So I'm gonna take the wheels off and we'll go from there. Alright, so this is what we have going on. We're gonna take this rear off and I'm gonna show you that I've replaced this. I replaced this inner, so the outer portal cover, the inner portal where it hooks on to the axle, and then I also did the shock mount over here. So to do these, the best thing to do is, there's my dishwasher's done. Since I've already done this and I've been through the process, I would recommend taking off this lower screw right here. Sorry about my hand being in the way. Dishwasher, and then I would take off the top screw if I can get it off. There we go. And then by doing that, that'll allow you to have access to the entire portal. That way, when I did the one side on this originally, it was hard to get into the bolts that hold the portal. So you see there, the entire portal comes right off, and then from there you have 6 screws on the inside, and you have 2 up top on the outside. So that's what you want to do. This piece right here has 3 screws on the inside there. Let me see if we can't focus on that. See those 3 screws? 1, 2, 3. So that's fine. That's pretty simple, just on and off. And then to do the shock mount, let's take this shock off real quick, which holds the shock and part of one of the links. So we'll do that. We're getting a lot of entries on the giveaway for the baby barrage. That's pretty cool. Another thing about the giveaway with the baby barrage is you have to comment exactly, I want a baby barrage. I'm not gonna accept any other entries other than that. Not to be mean about it, but you know, for those of the people that do watch the video all the way through and know exactly what to comment and all that stuff, it's not fair to them that they have to sit through such a boring video. and you know, you didn't. But okay, so that link's off. I took the shock off just because it's easier. And then let me take the camera off here, and I'll try to get you a close up. Now, back inside there, let me see if I can get this thing to focus. Back inside there's 2 screws. You can see the one. So there's 1 screw there and there's 1 up top. So you take those 2 screws off, and the lower shock mount comes right off. So that's easy. Let me show you inside these portals real quick, because I did have to put some grease in here. I used Trx-4 marine grease. just a little bit around the gears, because when I opened them up, there was no grease in here at all. So it's nice to have grease in here. And so all I'm doing is taking off these couple screws, and there's, like I said, there's 6 on the inside and 2 on the outside. So I'm gonna take those off, and because of losing all of my footage today, I had like, I had like 13 videos that I had to edit together, and like I said, I lost all of them. Like, I just need to change over to my GoPro and start using it for filming instead of doing my phone, or using my phone. So I'll get the 6th one out right here. And this was a really easy install. It was a nice video, but that's forever lost. So I'm just going to take the rest of these out by hand. And yeah, because I lost all my other video, I'm trying to do this without editing, because I don't really have time to edit now. So I spent a lot of the day doing the install with the install videos, because for those of you that don't have your YouTube channel and don't do stuff like this on YouTube, you know, something like this could probably take, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes to do. But when you're recording, it took me a couple hours. Just, you know, to set up the camera and get the shot, stop the camera, start the camera, you know, all that kind of stuff. Now I'm doing the 2 on the outside of the portal. And I'm going to leave that axle nut on, because we've already replaced the outer portal. So I'm not going to need to take that off. We're just going to disassemble the portal real quick and put it right back together. Just, you know, like I'm doing the job, but like I said, it's already been done. So when you do your job, you'll have this nut off here, and then boom, it slides right apart. And you see I put a little bit of Trx-4 marine grease in there. So, and then that just fits right on there. Don't forget to put your bearings in there. See that bearing up top, and then there's a bearing behind here. You want to make sure to put your bearings in there. When I did one of the sides out there, my bearing didn't go in. And this here is slotted. You see how that's slotted in there? And that is for the end up here on the inner axle shaft. So you want to make sure to line that up when you're doing it. Let me get my phone plugged back in here. So yeah, so there you go. So we're just going to mount this back on, because like I said, we don't need to have it off right now. I've kind of already done the job. And when I go to put that back on to get that shaft lined up, I kind of just turn it, and it just, you can feel it as you push in, you kind of turn, and you can feel it hit the slot or the groove. And then when you put the link back up, you just want to make sure the link's straight when you put it back up. Because it's hard to get it in there if it's not straight. So, alrighty. I gotta make sure I'm putting these on right. I think there's only one way for them to go, honestly. Alright, so that's in. Let's tighten that down a little bit. So that's my bottom shock going on, and there was just 2 bolts holding that there was 2 bolts holding the lower shock mount on. Sorry, I put my shock on upside down. Yeah, pay attention when you're doing this stuff, because it's so easy to put things where they shouldn't be. And then there is a flare on the shock. Let's see if we can get it in camera. See, one side's bigger than the other, and the bigger side goes against the plastic, which is now brass. So make sure that's lined up. Alright, there we go. So now we're going to tighten that up. I'm so sorry that I lost all the video footage. I just, like I said, I need to get changed over to the GoPro and start using it for all my filming and all that stuff. So, just trying to get this top shock mount back in there, just like that. And there's another screw that goes in through the back here. We'll get that secured back up. There we go. Snug this one back up. Boom. It's the same thing on the opposite side. And then we have these back here on the back. Dropping all over on the floor. Okay, but before we do that, let's not make mistakes. We gotta bolt our portal back together. So we just want to, some of these feel like they thread into the plastic too, but some of them just pop in there. So I'm gonna get these all in here. Let me get these all tightened down. I'll be right back. Alright, so I got that all buttoned back up. Don't forget your two screws on the front. You don't want to forget those. So now you can slide it up in there. And like I said, as I push on it, just kind of turn to line that up. And voila. It goes right in there. No problem. So now I'm going to put these screws on. These will hold the portal back on the axle. We'll get these on and I'll show you how the front is done. And this will be obviously a shorter video than what it originally was. You're welcome. That way you don't have to sit through all this boringness. If you like RCs and you like my channel, I guess it's not boring, but sometimes I get a little boring. I'll be the first to admit it. Alright, let's get to these fronts. Okay, so the front is a little bit different. The front has the caster that was replaced, the outer, and then the shock mount on that also. So let's do this side because this side's a little bit more complicated than the other side. So you have to unhook all your steering link. Let's get this one screw out of here. So that unhooks all that. Steering is unhooked. And now we have one screw on the top. And when you take these screws out, be careful because there is a bushing in the top and bottom of this location where the portal hooks onto the caster. And that bushing is just to keep it centered. As you can see, that bushing right there on the screw. Let's see if I can't get a picture of that. Yeah, so you can see it. So you want to be careful with that. And then it's kind of the same as the back, where you have 3 screws that hold the caster block on, just like on the rear. So once you take those 3 screws out, the caster comes right off, and it's pretty cut and dry. So it's the same deal. You just want to watch, you know, you're pulling out the front, the whole axle pulls out with it. And then you have your screws, your 6 screws on the back of the portal, and your 2 on the front over here. 1 here and 1 over here. So And then on the caster, see if we can't focus that up for you. You see the 3 screws on there. You just 1, 2, 3, those come off. And then the same thing with the front shock mount. Now I'm not going to take that off because, as you can see right here, where my screwdrivers or my Allen driver's pointing, that still needs to be hooked up, and I'm not going to hook that up or unhook it. So take this off, take your shock screw out, and then there's 2 screws that hold the lower shock mount on. You just back those screws out, put your shock mount on. This lower shock mount over here has this piece on it. The other shock mount over there is not as complicated. It's just to hook up your link and your shock too. So it's the same thing as the back. Don't forget your bearings. There's 2 bearings in here that you have to pull out. Now to get this top bearing out, since there's no hole to just pop the bearing out, to get that top bearing out, what I did was you take the original one and just slam it down on the table, you know, hold on to it while you're doing it. You could probably take a screwdriver and just tap with the handle down onto the top of it and the bearing will pop right out, so no issues. And I did put just a smidge of grease on the tip of this just to give it a little bit of lubrication in there. So you just slide that back in like that, and as I slide it back in, I kind of just turn and there it goes. As you see, just turn it a little bit and it pops right in. So the top one, I will start the screw, and right there the bushing is already fallen right down in there. You can't even really see it because the bushing just fell right into place. So let me tighten that up. Thank everybody for all your support. I hope everybody had a safe and happy holiday, whatever you celebrate. And we're going to do this bottom one here too. My bushing is falling off. So let me see if everything's in the camera. Nope, we're not getting anything in the camera. We'll move this a little bit and then we'll pop this on here. So same thing, I'm just kind of starting a screw to get it started, and then I'm gonna push the bushing in there and make sure the bushing doesn't get bound. See, the bushing just slides right up in there. And then we'll tighten this back down. All this brass, we put it on the scale at the hobby shop, everything all together combined, which, like I said, will be the outer axle cover, or outer portal cover, the caster blocks, lower shock mounts, front and rear. So all that was about half a pound added on to the Trx-4. So, and as you know, I like to rock crawl with it, and it is top heavy, so it's nice to have that little bit of extra weight. So then you come in and you put your steering links and everything back on. Your servo steering link just sits on top. I can't remember the name of this link. I was trying to think of it in the other video. I should have looked it up. Pan something. I don't know. But at any rate, sorry, I don't know what it's called, but I'm new to the RC and I just don't know all the names for everything yet. Alright, so we got that link hooked back up for the steering. We're going to tighten it down. And we're going to be on the way. Like I said, I'm sorry I messed up this video. It was going to be a nice install video, but you know, things happen, and that's just the way it is. It's no big deal. So there you have it. Those are all on, and it's a pretty simple job. It's pretty simple. I also did this bumper mount on the front right here. It's a brass bumper mount / servo relocator, and I might end up putting the servo up here eventually, but for now we're just going to leave it empty and leave it with some weight. Even though the front of my truck does not really need any more weight, because right now when it's picked up, it wants to tip forward, which obviously means it is front heavy. So real quick, we are going to put these two wheels on, and I want to take it over to the scale and put it on the scale and show you what I'm weighing in at, because I've never weighed my truck, and I'm interested in to see how much it weighs with everything that I have on it currently. So everything that I have on it currently, as you know, is nothing crazy. I have it's a RC four-wheel drive Ascender front bumper. I have a RC four-wheel drive Warn winch with the wireless controller. I have the Castle BEC. I'm not sure about what it is as far as the voltage and all that. Like I said, I don't really know all that stuff yet. I have the Trx light kit on it, and that's about it. A couple little metal toe shackles, but that's about it. So nothing too crazy, but I am interested in to see how much it weighs. So let's pop the body back on, and we will go put it on the scale and see what it comes in at. I'll be right back. Here we are. I have a kitchen scale, just because it's digital. We're going to start it up with the cell block on there. That way it's not counted towards the weight. Doesn't really matter. I don't think it weighs that much. Okay. 9 pounds, 14 ounces and 1/4. There you have it. I'm almost at 10 pounds with the truck. So there you go. That's a little bit of weight for an RC, in my opinion. So let's take this off. We'll turn the scale off. Alright everybody, that's going to conclude it for our video today. Like I said, that was some STRC. That's ST, I can't even remember the name of it now. So STRC, let's go look. I can't remember the name. STRC. ST Racing Concepts. That's right. Okay, Racing Concepts. Alright everybody, that concludes the video for today. I don't know why, but I'm having such a hard time getting this video out and getting it done to my acceptance level. So, I'm just going to put it out. Sorry. I'm so sorry that I lost all this footage, and it's been a crazy little video, and an even crazier day for me. So, it's okay. Things happen. Life happens. It's okay. We made it. The video's over. So just remember, be good, be nice, pay it forward, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being you. Have a great day. See you on the next video. Ben.